Hey guys, so I've got some new stuff to show you and looks like I got a little carried away. There's quite a bit of it, so I want to give you any information that I can about some of these products, but it's not going to be like a full-on product review video. Some of these things I haven't tried yet, so let's just get into it. Alright, first thing I'm going to show you is a nail polish. I try very hard not to buy nail polish because I have an obscene nail polish collection. What I mean by that is I have way too much. So I try not to buy nail polish, but I've wanted this nail polish for a while, ever since I discovered just how good the Wet n Wild Mega Last formula is. I've wanted this because this is like stereotypical fall shade. It's just gonna go perfect with all my new fall clothes, and what I'm talking about is Wet n Wild Mega Last Wet Cement. And it's pretty much a taupe shade. I used my Revlon Gray Suede the other day, painted my nails with that, and this is like a taupier, deeper version of that. And this is very muted, and so I think I'm gonna like this a lot better. And this sort of reminds me of OPI You Don't Know Jacques, but this looks less brown, more gray of a taupe. So love this, and next time, well, I don't know if I love it. I haven't tried it yet, but the next time I paint my nails, I will be using that. So I got that. And then the video that I did yesterday, the Milani Vivid Brights, is that what it was called? I hope. Vivid Brights tutorial. When those palettes first came out, I bought 4 out of the 6. The store that I bought them at, they had only 4 out of the 6, and I didn't even realize that there was going to be another 2 colors of those. So I'm just now, all this time later, like a year later probably, getting around to trying out the other 2 palettes that I didn't get originally. And so I also have the Plum one. That is what I have on today. And I found this to be a bit powdery. It wasn't difficult to apply or anything. It's just when I was done, I looked at it and I thought, it looks a little powdery. So all I did was I just took my Pixi Glow Mist and just gave each eye a little squirt of this, and now it looks fine. But if you are somebody that doesn't like to do things like that for whatever reason, I'll put on, you know, something at the end to sort of make it look less powdery. I just figured I would give you a heads up on that the Plum palette is just a little tiny bit powdery. But let me open it up for you so you can see the colors better. And I did the exact same thing that I did yesterday as far as what I did and how I used it. I used every single color, and I used it in the same way that I used the colors yesterday. So that is Plum Basics is the name of this one. So I have all the Milani Everyday Eyes collection palettes now. There are 6 of them. I also purchased this yesterday. This is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Obsession. And that's what I have on my lips. And this went on a little bit patchy and a little bit uneven. So I can't say that I would recommend this. What I did was I didn't get full opacity with one coat. So I just went back over the areas that it didn't apply that well, and it seems to look okay now, but I don't know. I don't like that. I like to have it go on, you know, really easy and opaque in one swipe and not have to fuss with it. I mean, it is a pretty shade of plum, and it does seem to coordinate pretty nicely with this Plum eyeshadow palette, which Yeah, so I'm happy with the finished look, but had to use a little bit more effort to get there. I've been having a hard time finding specific Milani products. Like if I'm looking for a certain color, I'll go to the store and half the slots in the Milani display are empty. And I don't know if it's because it's just really popular or is it because the store isn't being sent that much stock, so things go out of stock quickly. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's kind of a pain in the neck to have to go to a bunch of different stores just to find one certain item. And it can't be that these things are new because these things have been out for at least a year. So I don't know why all of a sudden everybody would be buying these particular things. I would think it would be easy to get them, but I do really like Milani products. I mentioned in a video maybe a week ago that I was also looking for the shade Sugar of the Milani Amore matte lip creams, and I found it. And I believe I found it at, where did I end up finding this? I think it was either Walgreens. Yeah, Walgreens is where I ended up finding this. And I don't think I've worn this yet, but I definitely will. So I did find that. So I think I have all the colors now that I want of the Milani Amore matte lip creams. So I'm all set with those. And then you know how I was going crazy with the NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipsticks. I ended up picking up another color of those. This is Club Hopper. Just a really perfect, like vampy, reddish, brown fall shade. And before I bought the NYX lip primer, I had bought some NYX Liquid Suede liners, or I should say some more. Knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have, but I do like using liners, and I like to sometimes line and fill in my lips, then put my lipstick on top, and then if I go out for lunch or something and the lipstick starts to come off, I've still got the liner underneath, so it still looks okay. I still have plenty of color there and whatnot. So it's not a waste or anything, but now that I have that NYX lip primer, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a whole video about it. Just go to my channel page and search NYX lip primer, and I talk all about it there. So I don't feel like I really need to buy any more lip liners now, but they are nice to have. So anyways, the ones that I got were Milan, and I bought this because I have the soft matte lip cream in Milan. This is like a bright pink. And I got San Paolo, which is another version of bright pink, but they're not the same. One is brighter than the other. I have the San Paolo soft matte lip cream. And then Vintage, which I bought this Suede liquid lipstick, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, so I thought it'd be good to have the liner of that. And Club Hopper, which I just showed you, got the matching liner for the liquid lipstick. And Tea and Cookies. I think Tea and Cookies was the first liquid suede lipstick that I bought of these, which was like, ooh, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago or something like that. So I thought it would be nice to have the liner for that. So I got those. And then this next thing I'm going to show you, these have been on my radar for a while, and I don't know, just never got around to trying one. This is one of the Ulta Brilliant Color eyeshadows, and I got it in the shade Taupe, and they're just like the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. Same type of packaging. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with those. It's got the little stopper in it. That's what it looks like. And I was curious to see how this would compare. But this is $10, and I will get into that aspect of it in just a minute when I show you my next product. I swatched this on my hand when I got home yesterday, and I was like, wow. I got to do a swatch for you guys. Really, really impressed with the formula on this. Okay, so that's what it looks like swatched on my finger. And then that's swatched on my hand. So really, really nice formula if I'm judging it off of the swatch. They don't have that many colors of these, but can't wait to try that. Now, what I was talking about as far as the price goes, what's going on with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows? I have slowly been collecting those over the years, and every once in a while I would pick one up. And so when I bought this Ulta Brilliant eyeshadow, I thought I would grab another L'Oreal Infallible. Went over to the section and saw this. Oh, this is Bottomless Java. All the L'Oreal Infallibles have these stickers on them at Ulta. Was $7.99, now $3.99. I can only think of one reason why they would be doing this, you guys. I also noticed that CVS, I happened to be on the CVS website and I was like, I wonder. So I looked up L'Oreal Infallible. They're on clearance at CVS too. I can't, if L'Oreal is discontinuing these, they are nuts. This is one of the best products that they make. So I was really glad that I had that thought to get another one of these, because this is a color that I've always wanted and for whatever reason just never picked it up. So I think I have all the colors now that I would consider to be like essential, because I love these. There are some other colors that I don't have, and I don't really care whether I get them or not, because they're like crazy colors that I probably wouldn't use that much. So I'm really glad that I got this. So this is Bottomless Java, and that's what this looks like. And I will swatch that right next to the Ulta taupe, so you can see the difference. So it's like, so this is like a bronze, I would say. And yeah, these are amazing, you guys. So if you've always wanted some L'Oreal Infallibles and you've just been snoozing on them, now's the time to get them, because you can get them half price at Ulta and I think CVS too. And I don't know what the deal is with other stores that carry them, like Walmart and Target and so forth. I don't know if they're marked down there yet or not, but yeah, you definitely, any colors that you wanted, I would get them. Don't even take a chance, because even though we haven't really heard anything officially about them being discontinued, why else would they be marking down a basic color like this? It's not like this is a blue or a pink or something, you know. This is a bronze, so that's a pretty basic staple. And the other colors were all marked down too, like their most popular shade, Amber Lights. If you don't have that, that's like a copper. It's gorgeous. You have to have that. Okay, so I'm really glad I was able to give you guys a heads up on that. Another eyeshadow I picked up at Ulta yesterday. I bought an Anastasia single. I love Anastasia eyeshadows. I do not have any of the pre-made palettes. I know it's a better deal, but I just prefer to pick my own eyeshadows and make my own palette rather than buy one that has colors in it that I'm probably not going to use. It just makes more sense to me to do it this way. So every once in a while I pick up one shade and add it to my custom made palette. I just have them in a Z palette. So this is Cognac. Do you see a pattern, by the way, amongst all these eyeshadows that I'm showing you? These are all so fall, neutral, warm, brownish, bronzish colors. Bronze, brown, copper, all along those lines. So this is Cognac. And I will swatch that one also for you next to the other two, just so you can see how they compare. This is a titanium finish, So yeah, this is very copperish. So see, even though they're all like variations on brown, they're really all very different from each other. So that's cognac. Why is cognac spelled C-O-G-N-A-C? And it's pronounced cognac? That's so stupid, isn't it? Why isn't it C-O-N-I-A-C? And I've always thought that was odd. Okay, so that's my newest acquisition for Anastasia. And this last single eyeshadow that I bought is by Buxom. And the only single eyeshadow I have from Buxom is a 100-point perk that I got from Sephora one time. And I thought it was okay, but you know, not all eyeshadows are created equal. And I wanted to get like one of the full-size ones, not just like a little sample thing. And so I got this, and I accidentally stuck my nail in it yesterday, so it's got a little dent in it. But this is, what is this called? Bold Bling. And it's in the same color family as I just showed you. So that's what that looks like. And yes, I will swatch it right next to those other 3 eyeshadows that I just showed you so you can see how it compares. So that's how it swatches. So it's like I would say it's a gold. And let's put it right next to that Anastasia one. So that's like a coppery gold or a golden copper. So that is Bold Bling. So I definitely had brownish shades on the brain yesterday. Okay. And then I very spontaneously decided to stop at TJ Maxx yesterday and found a couple of interesting things. Wasn't really planning on spending any more money because I had already bought these other things at other stores. But when I saw these, I couldn't pass them up. They had the Too Faced No Filter Selfie Powders palette. And this was originally $20 retail when it first came out. It was limited edition. And now at TJ Maxx, it's $12.99. So got this for $8 off. And I remember when people were talking about this on YouTube, and the whole idea behind this is it's supposed to be light filtering, photo enhancing powders. But that's not the way I'm going to use it because I don't powder my whole face. It has a mirror in it. You guys probably already, you probably remember this from when people talked about it on YouTube. You might even have it. If you do, let me know if you enjoy it and do you still use it. Okay, so this one right here is yellow basically, and it's called Sunrise, and it's a brightening diffused warmth powder. And I'm going to use that just as like a golden highlighter shade. The one in the middle is called Totally Toasted, and it says Bronzed Smoothing Glow. So obviously I'm going to use that one as a bronzer. And then the last one is called Moon River, and it's a lilac, and it says Cool Ethereal Light. So I'm going to use that as a highlighter also. So I'm basically going to use this like a highlighting and bronzer palette, and I will swatch these for you so you can see what they look like. Okay, so the first one is Sunrise, and that's the yellow. And the middle one is Totally Toasted. So these are supposed to be subtle. There. And then Moon River. This is so funny because I've never had a purple highlighter and then have accumulated 2 of them, like in the period of 1 week. That one doesn't really show up too well, but we'll see how it looks once I actually put it on my face. All right, so that's the Too Faced No Filter Selfie Powders palette. So that should be interesting. And then the last thing I got, and again, I got this at TJ Maxx. I have never tried anything by the brand Pacifica. I've seen it at Target many times and looked at things and thought it was a little pricey for what it was. So they had this at TJ Maxx, and I thought, okay, this is a good time to try it. This is the Power of Love eyeshadow palette. It was originally $16 when it was at Target. I got it for $9.99. This is the box that it came in. This is very deceptive, you guys, because it's a pretty good sized box. But when you take the palette out of the box, you see that most of what was in the box is packaging. This is a huge box with a big hole in the middle. See how it's like on 2 levels? The palette goes in the window side. The rest of it is just an empty box. So I thought that was interesting. So this is the actual palette, which, you know, pretty packaging. But then you open it up, and it gets even worse in terms of product because look how tiny these eyeshadows are. I am so glad that I did not buy this at Target for $16 because there's hardly anything to this. So I paid $10, but I've got 10 eyeshadows, so that's $1 an eyeshadow. Interesting assortment of colors. I think that I will enjoy playing with this and trying this out. I haven't swatched them yet, so let's swatch them now. And I'm going to need to grab a wipe. All right, so let's see. Is there anything else that I need to tell you about this? You know what? I'll do a whole video about this and give you more information about this separately. And instead of swatching every single eyeshadow, I'll just swatch a couple of them just to give you an idea. And I'll do like a tutorial or a try on, get ready with me video or something like that. But really pretty assortment of colors there. So let's see, which ones would you probably be most curious about? Let's do the these first 3 right here, because those are like really basic neutrals. So this one is like a peach. Wow, not much pigmentation there. All right, let's try the one next to it that's darker. That's a gold. They're supposed to have, I think, coconut water in them. Yeah, not really very pigmented. But you know, sometimes you can't go by that. You have to see how they perform on the eyes. And then the third one is like, it's either a gray or a taupe. Wow, now see, that one is matte, and that's like loaded with pigment. Isn't that strange? Usually mattes aren't really that pigmented. And where did it go? It swatched on my finger, and now you don't see the swatch at all on my hand. Probably because it blended in with my skin too much. Well, this should be interesting then. If you've ever tried Pacifica eyeshadows, let me know what you think. But yeah, there's hardly anything to this. And does it have the amount on there? Nope, so it must be on the box. 0.2 ounces. That's 2/10 of an ounce. Wow. That's not much product at all. Coconut infused mineral eyeshadows. Natural mineral colors, 100% vegan, cruelty free. Well, we'll have to definitely try that out in a video. And maybe what I should do is also in the same video, I can use this palette to see if those will show up as a bronzer and or highlighters too. All right, that's it, you guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll probably see you Monday. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Bye.